Hi.
Hi, sorry about that. I was on another call.
Oh, no worries at all. I just logged in. Okay.
Hi, everybody. It's Charity with Integrity Home Group and Keller Williams. I am with Tanisha Lee, who is my daughter's fifth grade teacher. I almost said fourth grade. And with today's trying times, I have asked her to give us some tips and tricks on how we can help our kids with this social distancing and learning from home, and parents too. You know, how can we help you deal with this? Because I know I'm going a little bit crazy. So,
Right.
Miss Lee, tell us a little bit about you first, and then, whatever you want to tell us.
Sure. So hello, everybody. My name is Tanisha Lee. I'm teaching in Golden, Colorado. This is my third year teaching, and obviously my first time trying to do remote teaching. I think the first thing that I want to say is we know that this can be a stressful time for all parties, for teachers, for parents, for students. And just know that every party involved is trying their best. So I know that the students are trying their best. I know the parents are trying their best. We're all just trying to navigate, what's to come. And I think my biggest tip right now that I've been giving students is to not stress too much, to just relax. I think that without having a teacher in front of them saying, like, this is what you're supposed to be doing, a lot of students can get kind of bogged down on the assignments, or maybe think like, okay, am I doing the right thing? And so I've had a lot of students reach out to me like, Miss Lee, I just don't know if I'm doing the right thing. And my advice is you are doing the right thing no matter what. And I think that sticking to a schedule has been really important too, on top of that. So just, making sure they're not spending too much time on assignments. I know in my class, I don't want them spending any more than 45 minutes to an hour. I'm sure that's the same, kind of across all districts. And once, so like maybe in the morning they're doing the assignments, maybe an hour in math, hour of reading, and then they get a chance to just go outside, or if it's cold, just relax and maybe do some indoor exercises. I think that's what's really important too. And as a teacher, I think the most positive thing I can say has been using video calls to connect with students. Even if it's not academic. I mean, I've been given house tours this week. I've been introduced to pets and to younger siblings. And it's just a chance for the students to connect to people outside of their home, or, familiar faces that they're used to.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, because we actually used to do online school before my daughter went to normal school.
Right.
And so, but it's different, because with that, it was, we knew what to expect and everything. And then with this is just one day they're in school and the next day they're not,
Right.
So it's such a huge shift for them. What kind of activities, besides doing the schoolwork, for like brain breaks and that kind of thing, what kind of activities would you recommend for the kids to do?
Yeah, so I have been like kind of looking at resources that other teachers have put out. There was one teacher that I found, I think out of Chicago, and their school district is closed down for the rest of the year. But what she's doing is kind of a fitness scavenger hunt. And once students finish an assignment, they have to like record themselves, or like put like a little comment in a like question grid that she has of, like, maybe they did 10 push-ups or ran up the stairs and back down or something. And she said that has really helped with the increase of motivation and assignment. So they know that once they're done with their assignment, they get a chance to like go on a scavenger hunt. So a fitness scavenger hunt. And then there was other ones like, in the next 5 minutes, find something blue in your house. And that was something that I really wanted to start implementing. And I think that is a great resource for all ages. I mean, can you imagine like kindergartners, how excited they would be to go around the house and find something and bring it back, and take a picture of it for their teacher. So even in fifth grade, I think that would be awesome.
I think adults should do that too, right? Because
yes.
we're stuck at home just like you, working from home, and we should have adult scavenger hunt.
Right.
I don't know what what it would look like, considering, I don't do push-ups, so.
Yeah. There was one author that I've been reading, Tina Goodrin, I think it is.
Uh-huh.
And she suggested for adults and students, she called it like the 1, 2, 3, go. So after you're done with a task, even if it was like a 5-minute task, to just say, okay, I'm going to get up from the spot that I've been sitting in, especially for us, I'm going to get up from the spot that I've been sitting in for the last hour, and I'm going to go do something that requires like walking around or standing up, even if it's just for like 30 seconds. And so for us, we can be like, oh, I'm going to check one more email before I do that, is what she was saying in her book. Or
Yeah.
I'm going to, send one more text message or something. And she just said it's 1, 2, 3, go. So telling yourself in your head, like 1, 2, 3, go, and stand up. And I think that's what that Chicago teacher is trying to do. Like, it's getting kids away from the screen for just a few seconds, just so that they can have some motivation to do something else and then come back.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. That is a super great idea. So what are you doing to help with all of this? Because I know when Libby has an issue, like a while ago, we had issues with her math. She was struggling. And I got to be honest, I struggle with 5th grade.
Yes.
I don't know what you're doing anymore because it's been so long. But math was never my strong suit. And she's like, I need help. And I'm like, check your teacher. And so she went on there and you immediately answered her, which I think is fantastic. But what kind of other communication are you having with your students besides?
So Google Chat has been the most helpful, I've noticed, for students that are stuck. Still, I know it can be frustrating because it's so, especially with math, it's so hard to like explain a problem when you're not in front of them. But other communication, so just video chats has been the best way to solve problems. And then just making sure that I'm giving them feedback on their assignments and letting them know that I'm present all day long, because I think that's, still trying to hold students accountable, even though it's hard to, it's hard for students to hold themselves accountable when they're at home, and there's not really anybody, like, even if the parents are there, it's, they could just say, oh, this assignment I could get done in like 10 minutes or something like that. So just making sure that they know that I'm checking in and that I'm here for them anytime they need it. But then, as you mentioned, that requires me to be in front of the screen for, at least 5 hours a day.
Right.
So I'm making sure that I have like off hours. For example, during lunch, I do make sure to close my screen during lunch. And then at 4 o'clock, I make sure that I am like no longer available online, even though I might still be planning, just to help with my sanity as well. And I think even parents, I think you can agree with that as well.
Yeah, Libby's usually done by around 1 or 2.
Good, yes.
And then she's like, can I FaceTime my friends? I'm like, can you just go outside and play?
Yeah.
You need to go get out
fresh air has definitely been proven to be like the most, like, I just want to encourage kids, go outside. That's what's been the biggest struggle, I think, is to make sure they're getting outside. Yeah.
And what are you doing for yourself to stay healthy while you're at home?
Yeah, so my husband and I have been it's been cold lately, but we've been trying to go on walks during lunch. If not, we've been doing at-home workouts, and we're even going to sit on, I live in an apartment, so we'll go sit on our balcony. I mean, just getting the fresh air really helps a lot. Because I think the first week before spring break, I didn't really realize that. And then I realized I haven't been outside in like over 4 days. And so now that we're really trying to set a schedule to like, just let's go on a walk during lunch or something, especially since he's home too.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. What, besides, keeping to a schedule and stuff, what tips do you have for parents?
Yes. So I was watching the news this morning, and there was actually a new website. I wish I would have wrote it down, and I was going to look for it. But it's called something like Education During COVID or COVID Education. It's a brand new website where they just released millions and millions of lessons from anywhere from kindergarten to 5th grade, and now they're working on secondary, so 6th grade to 12th grade. And there's anything from lessons to like brain break activities like you were just talking about. And this is mostly for parents who need resources, like maybe if their school didn't provide them with curriculum. But I thought it was still helpful if maybe there's like a break in the day, maybe there wasn't enough work given by the teacher. This can just be quick activities for parents to make sure that they're keeping, education a priority in their household. Also, there's like fun websites, one called Go Noodle, and that is videos to get the kids up and moving.
Okay.
They're like dance along videos.
Oh, fun.
In the classroom, we use those as brain breaks, and now it could just be, just something like, okay, let's just stop what we're doing. Let's watch a Go Noodle, and they're anywhere from like 2 minutes to 7 minutes.
Okay.
There's even like kids Zumba on there, which is really
nice.
fun. And then I think just continuing to check like district resources. I do want to shout out Dr. Glass really quick, our superintendent for Jeffco. Without him, I think that this transition wouldn't have been as smooth as it was. He's really been pushing the bond and mill levies with 3A and 3B to get technology up and running. So this was the first year as a district we were 1-to-1 technology. And now with that, every student has access to all of these online resources to keep them healthy, to keep them educated. I mean, there's anything from brain breaks to quick like self-assessment that the kids can do on our district website. So I think that's been really helpful as well.
Yeah, I loved, so my oldest daughter who's in high school, she got a Chromebook and it has issues.
Oh, does it?
But she's had it for I don't know how many years, right?
Okay.
But Libby's new Chromebook is almost as good as my computer, which
right.
is really nice that it's all touch screen and all this newfangled, stuff. And I'm really grateful for that I didn't have to give up my computer and everything for her to have to go to school.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'm extremely grateful for that. And I'm extremely grateful for you for being there for our kids and for helping them through this trying time, because it's trying for everybody. Mm-hmm. And you have no idea how much I appreciate you and how much Libby appreciates you. Lib, come here. And that she misses you and she misses the kids in the class. And come say hi to your teacher. Hi, please.
Hey, Libby. How you doing?
Good. So
it's good to see you.
We are so grateful for everything that you have done and everything that all the teachers have done throughout
Thank you so much for saying that.
I just feel like you guys need to hear that too, because you guys were put in a position where you're like teaching them one day and then all of a sudden you have to shift everything.
Yes.
And that's hard to do. It really is. And for you to be able to do that and give our kids the resources that they need and everything, it's just amazing. And you are so appreciated for that.
Thank you. There was a educator on Twitter that compared this to the Apollo 13 or something like that, Apollo 13 to Ann had to completely just reinvent the educational wheel within 3 days.
Yeah.
Within Thursday or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, within a weekend.
Yeah.
So that pretty much summed up everything that we had to do. But, like I said, there was a lot of resources out there for us. The kids, the students were prepared as far as learning how to use technology. Obviously there's going to be hiccups, but we are definitely grateful for all of the support that we've been getting from our community for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, perfect. All right, well, I will let you get back to your lunch so you can go on your walk. So thank you again for being with us. And if you need anything, so if you need like toilet paper or anything like that, please reach out to me because I've got a little bit of a supply. Okay. I've got more barbecue sauce and salad dressing than anything else. So
right.
But yeah, just let us know what you need and we'll help you out.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.